Hello everybody, welcome back. A question that really comes on a lot in terms of my consultations from patients who are interested in breast augmentations is how long their implants last. And obviously that's quite an important question for many people. The thing is though, there's no sort of absolute correct answer here because implants, like any, if you like, part, okay, nobody can predetermine beforehand how long it will last. In terms of functionality, the implant doesn't have to do anything really, to be honest with you. All it has to do is remain in one piece, okay? Now remember, these are cohesive implants, as we've said in one of our other videos. In other words, they're not liquid filled, they're like a solid jelly. So even in the unlikely event this breaks, it's not going to spill everywhere, okay? But technically, you want the actual shell of this implant to remain intact and do its job and be an implant, okay? The thing is, all implants are subjected to wear and tear by virtue of the fact that they're actually moving around underneath your tissue. So if you're sitting there walking along, okay, bouncing up and down, this implant's going to be rubbing against the side walls, if you like, okay, and therefore subjected to wear and tear. Implants on the whole are very robust, they're very durable. You can squeeze them quite hard, you can bash them around, and they don't break as easy as that. But ultimately, you know, there comes a point where any implant might split, might separate. So in which case then, you know, there is a call to have this replaced. Now the thing is, from the outside, you might not be able to detect that this implant is split because, as I've said and explained in another video, these are cohesive solid gel implants. Effectively, they're actually one piece. So even if you get a split in it, it's not going to disintegrate or move around. So still from the outside, this mound of tissue, of implant will still be there. But if a patient notices some change, something different, something that wasn't there beforehand, okay? In order for us to get a better picture as to what's happened to the implant, we usually send them off for an ultrasound scan. Now, ultrasound scans are very, very good at visualizing the implant and telling us whether the implant is still intact and one piece. We would then sort of send the patient accordingly. Now, as a rough guideline, okay, when people silk press me, well, how long does it last? I'll usually say about 15 years, okay? That's not to say it might not last longer or might last less. So it will depend on the individual. Having said that, there is a sort of a thought that as we get older, perhaps our activities reduce, and so therefore we're not quite as active, quite as energetic as when we were younger. So therefore, you know, in theory, we're perhaps subjecting the implants to less wear and tear as we get older, and hence they might be able to last a little longer. But in any case, when we're worried, if we're worried about anything in terms of how long, what the implant's like, we'll send the patient off for an ultrasound scan.